homemade Creole seasoning. Flip them over. Emulsified sauce. That is like so New Orleans. Hey y'all, welcome to this week's recipe. This week I'm in a new place. As you can see, I'm in a different kitchen. I'm in LA at my friend Joanne's house, and I'm gonna show you guys how to make barbecue shrimp. I am tweaking the New Orleans-style BBQ shrimp and making it, of course, a little Asian. I'm gonna substitute some of the ingredients for our classic New Orleans-style barbecue shrimp with fish sauce and sambal, and so let's get started. All right, so a couple of things we're gonna need. I have my homemade Creole seasoning. I'm just gonna mix that together. We're gonna season our shrimp with it. We're gonna season like everything with it, but we have our shrimp. I have a pound of shrimp. I got this like Argentinian shrimp. Just gonna mix that together, season it. I seasoned it with about almost like half of the Creole seasoning. All right, I'm gonna put that to the side. We're gonna brown that first. And then we're gonna make the sauce and then we're gonna throw it back in. Then I'm gonna slice one green onion. We're gonna slice it all the way down to the white part. I'm gonna rough chop it, because we're gonna saute all this. I have 10 cloves of garlic. Whenever I mince it, I like to kind of smash them first. I feel like it helps make it a little bit easier to chop them up. We're also gonna need about a stick of butter. It takes a lot of butter. It kind of reminds me of like the garlic shrimp of Spain, but this one usually has like Worcestershire, either wine, beer, or stock. So I have 10 cloves of garlic minced. Put that to the side. Cook all that together. Then I'm gonna have maybe like a teaspoon of, not even, like a half teaspoon of minced rosemary. We don't need a crazy amount, but you could also put the sprigs into the sauce so that it infuses. Okay, I'm gonna measure this out because rosemary can be kind of strong. Just a scant teaspoon of rosemary, or like whatever one sprig yields. Awesome. Now, normally this recipe calls for crystal hot sauce. Today I'm gonna use sambal, which has a good bit of vinegar in it. And then I am gonna use fish sauce instead of Worcestershire sauce. And we're gonna put pretty much a stick of butter. This one's salted butter. That's what I bought because I wanted it with bread. That's really all there is to this dish. I'm gonna dip it with some crusty bread. I got a baguette from Tartine and it looks delicious. And we're gonna need a 1/4 cup of beer. Any kind of beer, but a light beer preferably. So I have a skillet here. Have some tongs for that beer. Now you don't want to use, you definitely don't want to use a cast iron pan just because of the acidity of stuff. We're gonna also need 1 lemon. We're gonna want to squeeze a fresh lemon at the end. So I'm heating up my pan right now. And to this, you could add a little olive oil. That was like a tablespoon of olive oil. I'm gonna put a little butter in it. So we're gonna put butter in it anyways, so we might as well start it off with some butter. Like that. Let that get nice and melted. Good sign. And now we're just gonna quickly cook our shrimp. I just kind of want to quickly get just a little color on them. And then we're going to pull them out. I'm actually going to put them all in now. And this is gonna create the base flavor of our sauce. Flip them over. You wanna make sure you're not overcooking them. You just want a quick cook, and then they're going to finish cooking when we finish the sauce. But I like to do this so that the sauce can have some of the flavor of the shrimp, and it just kind of reiterates the smells. I'm just gonna put it right back into this bowl. Don't worry too much about it being in the original raw bowl, because these are gonna get heated up again. But like, you want like 30 seconds really on each side, just so you get a little color like this. There we go. All right. This is on medium-high heat. Add a little bit more butter. Just a little bit. And then we're gonna add all that garlic and green onion. Just spilled my beer. Now we're gonna let that saute just until it smells really good. This is a very quick and easy but very flavorful meal. To this, we can add a little more Creole seasoning. And then after it smells really nice and fragrant, we're gonna add in that 1/4 cup of beer. That's gonna pick up all the little bits. As we let that reduce, we're gonna add in that rosemary. Give that a stir. We're really gonna like infuse this sauce with all those good flavors. Kind of scraping the bottom so that it gets all that caramelized bits. Then we're gonna add some fish sauce and some sambal. Now, depending on how spicy you like it, I'm gonna put about a tablespoon of sambal because I like it spicy. And it has like acid to it. And then I'm gonna add a teaspoon of fish sauce. Let's see how that tastes so far. Now, normally this has Worcestershire and it has a hot sauce, and it would look a little bit darker. But because fish sauce is a lot lighter than soy sauce or Worcestershire, it's gonna be a little lighter. Now, if you don't like beer, you don't want to add, use beer for this, you could just use stock, or water. We just need to have that liquid to kind of scrape the bottom and make it really nice and flavorful. So we're gonna let this reduce down. I'm also gonna add a teaspoon of soy sauce. So a teaspoon of soy sauce, a teaspoon of fish sauce. Look at that. I'm gonna give that a taste. Yum. I have just a half of a lemon juice. If I really had to measure that, it would probably be like a teaspoon of lemon juice. Just gonna add that in. All right. Yes, so it's like a little bright, salty. That tastes delicious. Now we're gonna put in our shrimp again. We're gonna let that kind of sit and kind of coat the shrimp. And this is like 30 seconds. You don't want to overcook the shrimp. You just want it to get nice and warm with the sauce. And there's not that much sauce, Make sure that sauce is very concentrated. And now we're going to turn it off. And this is what makes this so not healthy. We're about to mount a stick of butter into this. So this is pretty much a stick of butter. I'm gonna just, this is going to make it all nice and saucy. This emulsified sauce. This is room temp butter. You could also use like cold butter. You just have to kind of cut them into smaller pieces. But a lot of restaurants will make a very concentrated sauce and then mount butter into it like this. And so you see it's kind of like becoming a little looser, saucier, and emulsified. So it's not just like breaking. You kind of have to agitate it. And look at that sauce. It's like this nice pink sauce. I'm gonna put all of that butter in. I know. But this is what we're gonna dip bread into. And so you want that sauce. And so you kind of wanna put the butter into the pan. The flame is off. And it's just the residual heat from the pan that's going to just gently melt that butter into this nice emulsified sauce. And that's all there is to it. I'm gonna put this into a nice bowl, tear up some crusty bread, and we're going to finish it with a little bit of lemon. But really, I'm just gonna put this into this bowl here. All right, so I have my baguette here. Oh my goodness, a little lemon. I have my barbecue shrimp. Of course, if you want it to be more authentically New Orleans, you would use Worcestershire instead of fish sauce, soy sauce. And you would use crystal hot sauce instead of sambal. And you know, it really is all about that sauce. This is why you don't skimp on the garlic. Nice little squeeze of lemon. If you want to be old school New Orleans, you can then put like a few sprigs of rosemary right in the center. That is like so New Orleans. Let's give it a taste. All right, so here we have our barbecue shrimp, kind of Asian style. I'm just gonna break a piece of baguette. Got a nice baguette here. But cheers, you all. I'm just gonna take a little saucy bite. Saucy little shrimp bread mixture. But cheers, you all. I hope you guys really enjoy this very simple recipe, and I'll see y'all next week. Good Lord, that is so good.